Hi everyone and welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. It is good to see you. I'm Laura Papetti and we begin with this. Just into the KREM 2 newsroom in the past hour, one person has died after police say he was shot, causing him to crash his car. Officers found a man in a crashed vehicle near East Cleveland about 7:30 last night. They later found out that the man was shot. He was ultimately pronounced dead by first responders. SPD says the investigation is in its early stages, and at this point, no arrests have been made. The victim's identity has not yet been released. However, anyone with information, you're encouraged to call Crime Check at 509-456-2233. At KREM 2, we continue pressing for answers into what caused a construction site collapse that killed one person yesterday. The collapse happened at a project site for a new hotel at the Spokane Tribe Casino. Here's what we know right now. Police responded at 9:45 yesterday morning. The construction company, Swinnerton Builder, says a formwork collapse occurred at the project site. No other workers were injured. Swinnerton says they will work with local and state investigators to find out what caused that collapse. OSHA is now also involved in the investigation. Casino management did not say how the collapse may impact the hotel project. And the victim of the collapse is 27-year-old Anna Vetter. Her family says she was working on the project after becoming a journeyman carpenter. Vetter's family called KREM 2 wanting to share more about their daughter, as they are now, of course, searching for answers. They spoke exclusively with our Kyle Simchuk in an interview you'll see only here on KREM 2.
Well, Paul and Sandy Vetter say they can't make sense of this tragedy because their daughter was always so focused on safety. They now want to know what went wrong, but getting answers today has not been easy.
He was barely able to talk, and he just says, I don't know how to tell you this.
Paul and Sandy Vetter got a call this afternoon from their daughter's fiance, a call that's changed their lives forever.
And he just said there was an accident on the job site where Anna was working, and she's gone.
Their daughter, 27-year-old Anna Vetter, had been working on an expansion project at the Spokane Tribe Casino for the last few months after becoming a journeyman carpenter.
So I'm so excited about, being in Spokane and being a part of the union, and as she gets up at the crack of dawn and goes to these job sites, and she just loves it.
Anna was also engaged and had just bought a home in 9 Mile Falls. She loved the outdoors, her fiance, and 4 dogs. Her dad says she never took a shortcut when it came to safety.
Safety was one of her major things, and for this to happen is just devastating.
Around 9:30 this morning, 911 dispatchers received multiple calls about a collapse at the construction site.
It looks like we have 4 collapses in an elevator shaft. We have 1 unresponsive female trapped right now.
Copy, 1 unresponsive female elevator shaft.
Many casino guests reported hearing the disaster.
I don't think I've ever heard anything that loud before. It sounded like an explosion, just really loud, and the ground shook.
Swinnerton Construction is building the expansion and says crews experienced a formwork collapse. Formwork is the mold used to form concrete into structural shapes. No other workers were hurt.
We want to keep the family in our thoughts and prayers, and all the construction workers.
At 5 this evening, nearly 8 hours after their daughter was killed, Paul and Sandy said they had still not received a call from authorities or the construction company letting them know about Anna. Their future son-in-law was the one to tell them. KREM 2 has also reached out to authorities for more information about the incident. We're still waiting to learn more.
We've learned more from your coverage than anything we've learned from any direct information.
They still have a lot of questions and want people to remember their daughter, who they say helped pave the way for other women working in construction.
Whenever she kind of met a challenge, she would, buckle down and work through it.
And we also reached out to the Department of Labor and Industries. They told us investigations like this can be complex and could take 6 months to complete.
That is Kyle Simchuk reporting. The search for the 4 Americans kidnapped in Mexico is over. 2 are back in the United States after receiving treatment for injuries. The other 2 were found dead yesterday morning. The group of Americans traveled to Mexico together so that one of them could receive cosmetic surgery. They got caught in a gun battle between 2 rival cartels. Last year, more than 1 million Americans traveled to Mexico for health tourism, spending about $250 million.
So it poses a huge problem, especially when you combine it with the unbridled brutality of the cartels.
Mexico's president is vowing to punish those responsible for the attack. So far, one man has been arrested. It is 12:05. Good afternoon, everyone, as we take a live look outside over Riverfront Park. There's some sunshine out there. You can see the grass. We're sitting at almost 40 degrees here in the Spokane area. However, rumor has it, things are changing. That's where Nicola's stepping in for Thomas this afternoon, and you have the word on potential snowfall.
I do. I've got some bad news if you don't like the snow, and if you want spring like me, enjoy the sunshine while you can. It's beautiful out right now, 39 degrees like you mentioned, but yeah, snow's on the way. First, I'll let you know what temperatures are across the region. Right now, we're sitting in the 30s in most spots, 45 though already in Moses Lake, so they are nice and warm out there. But take a look at this. This is what we look like right now, nice and clear with just some partial cloud cover here and there. Maybe a few scattered snow showers throughout the day that will be really insignificant, but as we look forward, here it comes. Ready? There's a band of moisture that's going to bring snow to us tomorrow morning. You can see this is Thursday at 5:30 in the morning. So this is really going to affect our early morning commuters. Right now, the National Weather Service actually just upped the amount we're getting to 1 to 2 inches instead of less than 1 inch. So as it gets closer, we're kind of seeing that it might be a little bit more of an impact on our morning commute tomorrow morning, but it does move its way out pretty quickly. By 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're pretty much back to clear, but then we get another chance for snow on Friday.